Welcome to the CharjrRyuki channel, where gaming and nachos are law. So sit back, relax, and let's dip in.
Hey there guys, and welcome to another talking video. I decided to make another one because I got another thought in mind. Well, let's talk about another elephant that deserves to get the boot, and that's dating. In my own opinion, you don't have to take my advice when it comes to this. When it comes to this crappy topic. Dating is a royal pain. Back then, I kind of wrote a little letter or something, like some long paragraph page of bull. That's what I'm calling it. And I considered dating like life. Because life is hell. It's a total crap. You got bills, you got debt to punch in the face. You've got so many other things, and then what adds on top of that is dating. Going out and meeting somebody and maybe it working out. And along the way you might end up meeting some people you really regret meeting. I know there's some exes on my list that I really regret meeting. But some people you might meet, even though it didn't work out, could have those memorable times where you've had the very most fun being in a relationship. And a lot of things, especially with that person, it's hard to forget. Just like with my ex from 5 years ago, I guess. There's a moment that I was having so much fun with this person that I thought that I could make it work. I was wrong. Really wrong. Because just like all the others, it didn't last very long. No matter what I did, it didn't last very long. If I was to talk about it, some of you, or pretty much all of you, would think, well, you're probably being too clingy or too talky or anything. No, I wouldn't say clingy. I wouldn't say talky, because I'm antisocial. I don't talk. You have to get me to talk to you, okay? You have to start a conversation with me in order for me to talk to you. For others who I know, I don't really have to, or they don't have to. I can sit there and talk to them with no problem. But anyone else, that's a pain. Because I have to come up with topics randomly. Like I have to spin a wheel. Like Wheel of Fortune. I have to spin a wheel and go through my whole mindset of topics to try and find something that this person will be interested in for me to talk about. And then I would have to jumble from one topic to the other to try and keep that person interested, because I have no clue. Because how would you know? You don't. You don't know what the other person's thinking. Another thing. Guys will never understand women. That's number one. We will never understand women. But if you are if you're out there and a bit of a the word I'm thinking of, I'm probably not allowed to really say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Feminist. If you're a feminist and you're a whiny little child, shoo. No offense, but shoo. Don't care for people like that. No offense. No offense. I really don't. It all is a bunch of whiny BS, just like the government. Oops. True. But with dating, it's when you're with somebody, you feel like you could take on the world, I guess, in a way. Because you're with that person. You can actually interact and have fun. Which for me, that's hard to do. Sometimes you feel that also that the people that you don't want to be associated with are also attracted to you, like opposites attract. And you do everything you could to stay away from that. But then there's some who enter the desperate side of it, of being single, and feel like they're going to be alone for the rest of their life, and just take what they can get. And sometimes it does more harm than good. And dating itself isn't for everybody. I think it's overrated. Completely overrated. And a total waste of time. Because of my experience with women, I no longer want to date. I no longer trust women. At all. Period. Thing is, there's ups and downs in a relationship. The relationship isn't just one side. Get the picture, ladies. It's not one side. At all. It's not just your side, and that's the end of it. No. Just like the world, life, it goes full circle. Okay? Goes full circle. Meaning, when you're in a relationship, it's not just about you. It's about both of you. Whether it's woman and woman, or man and man, or man and woman, whatever, vice versa, it's still the same. It's still the same. Because it's not about just you anymore. You have someone else to care about. If you end up just... That's the thing. If you end up with somebody, especially someone who happens to be a friend of yours from day one, who's always got your back, who's always there, you have no idea if that person likes you more than just a friend. You have no idea. See, this thing called love happens. It just happens. You can't make it. You can't just make it happen. Let me rephrase that. You can't just make it happen. Well, what do you do in the bedroom? Dumbass. What you do in the bedroom is fun. That's part of being in a relationship. Another part of it is that it's not always about the relationship. You get what I'm meaning? When it comes to sex, having fun in the bedroom, it's not... Being in a relationship does not revolve around that. And a lot of people nowadays think getting hammered, partying, or getting laid is... or going and hanging out with people who have a lot of money to try and, rub off on them a little bit, to try and get some of that money, thinks that that's everything about relationships. They completely forgot the real reason. Not all relationships work out. Some start good, and then they fall. Some start rocky, and sometimes will fall apart, or they'll get stronger. A relationship is give and take. Marriage, give and take. Dating, everything, every single thing about that and related to it is give and take. You give something, they receive it, they give back. You work as a team. You're living together, you're hanging out together, you're doing stuff together. Why not that? A lot of people nowadays think just having fun in the bedroom is all of it is, that's all it's about. It's really not that. You're forgetting the big picture. I can tell you guys right now, I don't feel anything here. I'm completely numb. When I say I don't show emotion, I mean that. I don't show anything. And yeah, being antisocial and being numb and not showing anything makes things even harder. But here's another thing that also plays a part of it. It's pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Just as dumb as the whole one-sided nonsense. Or just how good that person is bid, or how big his package is down below. But it's just pretty dumb. It's also based on your appearance. Okay? Your height, whether you're skinny or anything of the sort. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because what matters is, do you love the person for who they are? That's what matters. And do you think they love you for who you are? There's a test for you guys. How about you ask your significant other? This is also a dumb question because it should be obvious. Do you love them for who they are? And accept them for who they are? That matters. Remember, dating, when it comes to love, life, it's a give and take. You can't just take everything and then expect someone to take everything away and then not giving anything back. I know I'm stumbling over my words. It's a very touchy subject with me because I'm sick of the bull, because that's all it is. It's just bull. It's just BS. That's all it is. Because all it takes is one complaint, one little change in the relationship that breaks it. That breaks the game, that changes everything. Lying. Not telling the truth. Cheating is by far one of the worst things. And I've been lied to, I've been backstabbed, I've been cheated on. Yeah, I had to deal with that BS too. I've been single for 5 years. And before I met my ex, I was single for 6. And you know what I did? I worked. That's all I did. All I do is work. I focus on work. Other part of it, I focused on hobbies. Hunting, fishing, writing, making videos, streaming. I do all of that. I focus all of that. I don't worry about dating anymore. And guess what? I'm less stressed. Because, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm with somebody, I can actually relax. And I'm stressed out all the time. I've been getting gray hair since I was 15. You can't really tell, but I've been getting gray hair since I was 15. I was basically hunting for the right one to come along since I was 15 or 16. Yeah, finding the right one wasn't really the main cause for my stress. It was all the bullying, being an outcast, that kind of thing, and having an entire town turn on you. And you're not things not really going well at home, that kind of thing. It just adds to the stress. And just because I don't know everything doesn't mean that I don't have the experience required to at least share my opinion with you guys. Whether you really agree with it or not really doesn't matter, because there's no point in making an argument about it. Everybody has their own opinion on whether it's debt, love, life, all of that. Everyone has their own individual opinion. When I'm with somebody, I'm a lot calmer, I can relax, I can have fun, and basically start enjoying things. But when that BS happens, it's just very, very frustrating. For a guy who doesn't show any emotion, and yes, this is a touchy subject, well, at least for me, it hurts. For a guy who's even numb, it hurts. And there's no way of saying that because of this, I might meet somebody. I highly doubt it. But you never know, right? You never know when you'll eventually meet that one person. Heck, love doesn't happen once. It happens more than once. It can happen anytime. You could be with one person and things could work out for a while, and then all of a sudden, all it takes is boom. Either you get caught in a lie, or you get caught cheating, or you learn that you both don't feel the same way anymore. Of course, if you have kids, it's more hurt on the kids than it is on you as the parents. That's another thing you got to think about. Your own kids. But as much as I would want to be, and I'm not making this all about me, blah, 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 but as much as I want to be, I'm being honest, because a lot of you out there might not think I am being honest, because if you've been with this channel since it started, you don't know undoubtedly well that I'm very brutally honest with my words. As much as I want to be a good husband and a father, like I mentioned earlier, it's not the case for everybody. Some things just don't always work out. You just gotta roll with it and move on. And that's what I'm doing. Until God says otherwise, I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep doing stuff that I want to do. Whether it's hunting, fishing, playing games, streaming, making videos for you guys, taking Kira on walks, whole 9 yards, walking around the woods. I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's all. Peace.